Hello, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to my Let's Play of Castle in the Darkness. We last left off defeating the first boss, which was a giant floating eye that kept shooting at us, so we had to reflect the shots back at him. And we also took down a giant bubble bobble frog, as far as I could tell. I wasn't sure what the name was, but it wasn't too bad of a fight. You know, just check out the last video if you want to see. But now we'll, of course, continue on to the rest of the area here, see what else we can find, with plenty of deaths, baddies, and hopefully new stuff to pick up. So, let's get started. Well, for the most part, playing through this game again, it definitely kind of tries to keep your skills up, and you sort of have to keep an eye on what you're doing. Like, here's an old enemy from probably Castlevania back who, you know, it's good to take care of because they're kind of annoying here, but we have to find a way around them if you want to continue on here. As you can see here with this block, there's also a path down as well, but I guess I'll go ahead and check it out now since I have that open. Let's see. I can push crates by hitting them with my sword, apparently. Good to know. So that at least helps me over here, where this zombie's kind of waiting for you. And maybe something else if we can find it. Oh, and a door, of course. But as you can see, there are some blocks here we can take care of. And then these two eye bats. And a treasure chest that we can hopefully pick up here without dying. So, not too bad. But actually, let me double check something. Okay, so just making sure that there wasn't anything else here, because I thought there was more, but oh well. But we can check out what's through this door here. As you can see, the game's pretty quick, so you're not waiting around too long. And it looks like we can't get up to that chest yet, so I'll have to wait until later. But we found another save point, which you'll want to make use of frequently here. Darn it. I definitely went a bit too fast there, but thankfully we weren't that far away, so... and we got a giant fireball here who just exploded, so that makes things easier. And it looks like there's something maybe up there, but we can't reach it yet. There'll be plenty of stuff to kind of backtrack through. As I said, this game's a bit like a Metroidvania, so you'll have to revisit areas here and there once in a while. And if you want to get everything, of course. You don't have to. You don't need to get everything if you want to beat the game. But it never hurts. Yeah, not too hard of an enemy to take care of there. Oh, we got one of these demon guys here. But he quickly left, so... but darn it. That's kind of the only problem with those giant gears treadmill things. They kind of make things go faster than what you can deal with. But yeah, so this is definitely a lot like, or another example would be like Mega Man, in the sense that it can take a few tries to kind of figure out the best possible method to take something on. Need to make sure I don't get hit here, because as you can see, you can't take too many hits before you're down, which is kind of why this game's somewhat hard. But just take things a little bit at a time, and you shouldn't have too much trouble beating it. But of course, I'm just being cautious here, since I can, since I'm close to death here, and I got the key, so I'm hoping to use it before, yeah, there we go, another save. Okay, so apparently we should keep an eye out for paintings too. And eventually we will be able to use the crystals as ports, or teleports. So we'll definitely be able to use that in case we want to backtrack or go somewhere else. Which, you know, this game wouldn't really be able to work unless you could do stuff like that. Ah, darn it. It's too aggressive there with that skeleton. But oh well, we just have to kind of watch where he is and keep our distance when we can. Because we can move fairly quickly, but as I said before, you kind of get stuck, or whenever you attack, you don't move. Ah, darn it. And apparently I unlocked Prologue or something from all the dying I've done already. So it's nice to know that you can unlock stuff even when you kind of die here and there. And that they do give a life meter here. Okay, so it looks like that's kind of a safe spot right there from the skeleton. So I'll need to make sure I keep an eye on that. So it looks like, for the most part, you could probably try just waiting in that corner there if you want. But that seems too slow for me, so... And I finally got him this time. So it took a few tries, but, you know, it definitely, like, this game... Another example I kind of keep going back to, because I've played too many games that I have all these examples I can list off. That Super Meat Boy was a good one as well, because like even though that game was super difficult, you were just right after you died, you were just right back in the action. They didn't kind of linger on anything at all. Apparently a mine and a giant chest, but I can't reach it sadly. And something about lizard men, but I guess I don't really care at this point, since. Yeah, I'm more concerned about where my next item is. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do about them. At least, as things stand, I can't really hit them that easily, so... Let me try to take care of this guy here. And nothing over here. But yeah, so... Like, this game, like, I think difficulty is only a problem when they kind of linger on it. Like, they linger on the failure that you supposedly have achieved, instead of just simply letting you get back to it because you want to try again. Okay, we got some zombies, the frog. Let's see what this is. I wasn't quite sure what that switch opened. But I'll probably find out eventually. Let's see. Apparently he's the 100-year-old man. Well, he doesn't look over 80 though. And I can't get over here either, so... Bit of a dead end for now, I guess. And can't reach up to that part there. Oh cool, another crystal here. Okay, so this is actually a warp point here. So, okay, so the other ones I have, I can't use as warp points, I think, but those can, but we need a special item to do it. And I'm a bit low on health here, so hopefully I can find some way to heal. Oh, cool, Link to the Past. Or no, not Link to the Past. This is actually the first Zelda. Sadly, it's one I never played, actually. And sadly, that wasn't much of a chest, or a treasure, I guess, so... Oh well. So we got a box here, but I can't move it. I guess it's just supposed to help me get up there, but I can't do much. And this actually looks a lot like the castle from Castlevania, funny enough. You know, actually, I guess I'm surprised they haven't been caught with copyright or something. At least it looks like it, but I can't be certain without looking over the game again. But yeah, I can't go in there yet. And need to take care of this zombie without dying here. And get past the eyeball here. Which which isn't too hard. Thankfully, they don't shoot anything at you, like other things I've noticed. Okay, what's this guy? Apparently he's waiting for his daughter. Well, hopefully we can find her if we're lucky. And maybe we can help out there, but okay, nothing over here. So it looks like I have to drop down here, though. Oh, good. Thankfully we found a warp save point here. So, let's continue on, since we haven't really gotten to a point I felt we need to stop yet. But yeah, sadly I never did, or I did play the first Zelda, but I never beat it. Like, it was one of those games I couldn't really get into. Oh. That's kind of funny, actually. And what's that skull doing there? Oh, whatever. I can't really reach it with all the spikes. But thankfully I beat him without dying there. And reached another save point already. I guess, you know, they usually sometimes indicate either something big or just... They seem almost intermittent sometimes. It's hard to tell. Apparently he's a great mage. Apparently I need magic. And he's giving it to me. Awesome! Apparently the first traditional spell you'll ever learn in almost any game ever. Fireball. But I guess, how do I cast it? You didn't really tell me how. Okay. Apparently I have to hold it down. And then... Okay, there it is. So I just have to hold it down and use it when I can. And we'll see how important it becomes as we continue on here. Like, I guess against this guy I can see why. Because you can't really get close to him that easily without probably hurting yourself. What? Yeah, like, as you can see, he sort of has this almost screen. Oh, darn it, I need to avoid the blocks there. And he shoots lasers too. Well, at least we know that, so... And do we... Oh. Let me go ahead and heal again, because I need every hit I can get. Okay, so this is also a good spot if you want to kind of just grind. But there's really nothing to buy just yet. And there's plenty more gold. Okay, but... Okay, hold the jump button to skip here. Okay, just in case we die again, let me just go ahead and save here. And that way, we can skip that without having to hold the skip. Even if it is there, I'd rather just not worry about it. Turn it. I was actually in this good spot anyway. I keep thinking I have to move because, you know, I'm actually getting pretty lucky here. I keep doing that. You know, I keep trying to think about avoiding his sword strike here. And instead I... darn it. I keep, like... I keep reacting to whenever he moves. You know. Like, cause you... Like, the beam is easy. The sword strike you kinda have to avoid because it's almost a... You know, he hits the entire screen except for that little bit there. Yeah, and you can't hurt him when he's still gray. Darn it. I didn't think he would get close enough for me to actually get hurt like that. So this one's definitely a harder boss to take down than any of the previous ones we've dealt with. And I want to try and make sure I keep enough health and not be hurt by these mice here. So he's not too hard, he's just kind of, you have to watch for his pattern here. You know, when his sword glows, you need to go back far enough. When his eyes glows, you have to jump over it. Keep, you know, that's kind of why I reacted most of the time in the beginning. I definitely am out of practice here, but it's just kind of trying to watch closely enough and being able to react well enough. But as I said, because of how quickly it gets back into the game, it really helps that, you know, you just get right to it again. You don't have to kind of linger. That's one of the only issues I probably have with Dark Souls. Is, you know, because right after you die, they kind of linger and it takes a while to come back again. You know, telling you you died and you need to, you know, restart from wherever you left off. But yeah, it looks like if you kind of hit him just right with your weapon, you can push him back. So he doesn't, like, get too close, that you can try to avoid his sword strikes usually. But I feel like the charge on the fireball lasts a bit too long, or it takes too long to kind of happen. There we go. So finally, beat the giant night boss, and made quite a bit of use of the fireball, and we found an empty chest. Oh well, I guess we have to just be happy with our fireball magic here. So is there a save point up ahead? Okay, so we're now heading into the Agros Forest. As long as there's a save point, I don't really care. What? Super Mario 3 parody right here. Apparently the frog thinks if he kisses the princess, she'll turn into his frog bride, I guess? Whatever. Okay, so definitely watch out for those birds. They're gonna be dropping plenty of things on you that you'd rather they don't. So, but with that taken care of, join me next time as we continue our trek through Castle of Darkness and take on the Agros Forest. Until next time, have fun gaming.